All right, we're going to roll into topic number 2. Houston, y'all okay?
You will put y'all okay. We're not. We're not. Houston is not okay right now. All right, so
go ahead. I'm gonna let you have your podium. This is all you. This is all you.
So here's my thing. Okay, so obviously you guys know we lost. We have one win. Okay.
You are number 19 in the standings.
Yes, we have one win. We're number 19 with a -4 map differential. Thanks, New York, for that. New York. Okay, so starting from the beginning. So we did beat the Charge, the Guangzhou. Yeah, I do not know. Sorry, I do not pronounce these things very well.
It's okay. I'm like, I have to get the names right. Oh.
Right. So, but that was our only win, and I feel like we looked like our normal selves. We looked fine. They were maybe even a slightly more talented team, but what's our strength is we're so mechanically sound, and we know how to play the game. We know where each other are. That's our strength. We're gonna be consistent. Unfortunately, against a lot of these teams, you need a little bit more than that. And checking the stats, if anyone else goes back and looks, Dante is trying so hard to carry. He is trying so hard to get these wins. He's always up there in damage. I mean, we don't sub him out, obviously. But he's always up there in damage. Grady and Pease is the somber. He's known for his somber, his tracer play. But unfortunately, it's just not enough. And I think the Nixel game at the very end of last week is our last game, and when we got 0-4 and we had no spark, we had no somebody that can say, hey, they can do this and they can get us that opening to do things.
When Houston came out, I remember on Nepal game 1, they actually had strats to combat Nixel.
They did.
And it looked pretty good, but when you have the best team in the Overwatch League, who is arguably also one of the smartest teams, recognize that Houston came out and we're like, oh, they're trying to counter the strategy? Okay, we're just going to counter that.
It was awesome. If you play a lot of Overwatch and watch a lot of Overwatch League, it was awesome to watch because everything Nixel would do, Houston knew how to counter it. Our coaching is on point. Flame is great. We have some really good top-tier coaches. They were ready for everything Nixel did, but Nixel just did everything better. Yeah. And that's what sucks, because we're making the right move. We're rotating right. We're all together. We're doing the right ghost comp. And somehow Jonat gets a headshot or something like that, or Mono finds someone that's out of place just a little bit and kills our Zen.
Remember on Village, the very opening, I think this was in the first point, where they let Nixel, who was running goats, they let them get on the point, and then they cross shot in.
Yes,
that was so smart.
Yes, exactly.
But they just got outplayed because it's New York XL.
Right, we're in the right spot. We have the positional advantage, but they're just so good. They can click more heads than we can. That's what it comes down to.
Which is the thing that I do find, I don't want to say unfortunate, but very interesting when you look at a team like New York XL, a team that should have gone to the grand finals last year, a team that should have taken it all.
Yeah.
I mean, the meta just shifted on them last minute and they couldn't keep up.
Yeah, and you could tell, dude, they're playing with such a purpose right now. They rolled through us no, we're not showing any mercy. We're just going to go ahead and destroy you, Houston, and be done with it.
Because they want to say, no, we should have won last season. We're going to show you why.
Exactly. And I don't want to harp on that, kind of too much, because it's Nixel, and I didn't expect to win that match anyway, even though I picked my team, because I always pick my team.
As you should.
But in the 2 games we lost, though, before that, against Boston and Toronto, were just heartbreakers. I don't want us to become the team that loses map 5 every time.
Yeah.
We went to map 5 with Boston, went to map 5 with Toronto, and we lost both of them. We didn't show up.
You should have won that Boston game.
We should have. We really should have. There was no reason. And I hate that, because as a player of any sport, esport, in sport, when you get to those clutch moments and you consistently lose, it can get in your head.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm really worried about.
Well, speaking of, you saw Jake's desk slam. I'm sure that clip's been doing the shit in the times. That was a candid, which also, by the way, I'm was that scripted? Because they knew how to cut to Jake right before it happened.
Yeah, he did that, yeah. Well, he did kind of slide out of his chair. It was kind of just he just slid back and had his head down, and then he just banged the desk.
So it wasn't completely scripted. It was oh shit, Jake's freaking out. Let's get the camera on him.
Yeah, it looks like he was freaking out. And the whole meme was Jake did more damage to the desk than he did all day. That was the meme that everyone's oh, Jake is leading in damage. Look what he did to the desk. Because he's not doing it in game, which is another thing I want to bring up. I could just rant about this all day. So Jake on Brig. He dies first way too often as Brig. Way too much.
Because Jake shouldn't be playing Brig. Fuck goats.
Yeah.
Fuck goats.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right now. Like, look, I understand it's the best meta in Overwatch right now, or the best composition, per se. Like, if all the teams got together and said, okay, we're not going to play goats, it would be fine. But you know for a fact that will not happen because too many teams, because you want to win.
Yeah.
What's going to win you games? Goats.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, you're a professional player. Your job is to win, like you said, and so you want to do the thing that's going to make you have the greatest chance of winning. So our team is not built for that. I mean, our team is not with Linkser, Dante, Jake. You know, we've got players that can really shine if they're given a chance. Jake's Farah is still one of the best in the league, but you just can't play Farah. Like, they always put him on Farah when it comes down to it. Dante's is good too. I think he switched on it at one point. But we have players that are supposed to play. Jake's Hanzo was pretty good when he played it earlier far in our games.
Dante's is also excellent. Yeah. If you haven't seen it.
So this whole meta is like built. It's built kind of I won't say against us because I think our tank line is still good. Spree's had a great showing so far this season. I'm glad he's getting a lot more play.
Because he actually gets to play the hero that he's best at.
Yeah, I mean it's GOAT, so it's like, hey, I'm the Zarya person, like, and I do question sometimes when they put Dante on Zarya instead of Spree. It's kind of why he's there, and they put Spree on the Diva. I don't know, but I guess Dante, he can't really fit into it besides that unless they're playing a Sombra. So that's kind of awkward for me. I don't know if Dante just can't play Diva. But I would rather have Spree on his best hero, Zarya, because he can carry sometimes as that hero. But granted, you always put your Tracer or hit scan main on the Zarya because of the tracking. But it hasn't helped us so far. Like, we've won one game against the Spark. People didn't expect us to win that. Honestly, I think the Spark sleepwalked into it, thinking they were going to whoop us. And we're like, nah, dude, you can't. We're not that bad. We're really not that bad. But
well, Hangzhou's been one of those teams where, like, they looked really good, and then they looked really terrible.
They did, yeah. They won their first two, I think lost their second two, like, not, I won't say badly, but handedly, I guess. Yeah. It wasn't really that close. So maybe they're not as good as we thought they were. So
I mean, look, the thing that I've heard a bunch is we tend to forget that we are only 2 weeks in.
True. We're all overreacting. Houston's on fire, we're all going to lose. No, we're cool.
Let's see. I think there's 3 more weeks in stage 1. And then after that, let's see, 3 more weeks. 5. Let's see. Dallas has 4 more games. Houston, you have 4 or 5 more games.
4 more. I think everyone plays 8. I think everyone plays 8 games in the stage.
So I mean, there's still 4 more games to go. Yeah. We shouldn't really call it out. Plus, there's a whole rest of the season. By the way, we just started.
It's one stage.
I know that Houston can come back. I know that they're a strong team. They've just had really shit luck with their matchups. Yeah. And
it's frustrating. You saw it on Jake. It's just very frustrating. You know what? I think we are much better than number 19 team in the league.
Yes.
By far. We're not.
Number 19 and 20, you have the Outlaws and you have the Valiant. The Valiant are one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah. But it's just been rough.
They've just had, a rough schedule.
Yeah. There's nothing. I hate to say it, so I can't really measure it yet, right? Because we've gone against the best, obviously, in Nixel, and we're clearly not close to them. So, where does that put us? I mean, in my predictions earlier, I said that we would be kind of in that spot, that just making the playoffs kind of range, the upper mid-tier kind of thing.
Don't think that's possible now.
Yeah, I don't. unless we win out and some people fall, I don't think
you're playing Florida next week.
That's gotta be. We gotta start somewhere. I mean, we gotta start with some wins somewhere. So hopefully Florida's a good one to start with. But I was surprised that Toronto's looked good too. We played in the first week at our first game. I thought they would be beatable, but they played well. They lost in game 5, but they're doing really well, I think.
Who are the Outlaws playing not this week, next week?
Next week we have the Valiant. Fun. Oh man. So and then 2 weeks later we have Atlanta. So it's gonna be rough for us.
2 weeks, is that?
Or 1 week.
Okay.
So no, we have a bye week after the Valiant game.
I'm sorry, but I gotta say wings out on that one.
Technically, we're higher than them. We're a better team. We're number 19. They're 20. So we're the better team, actually.
Let's go, LA. Show up. Come on. Yeah. I know you guys are good. Although man. It's showing, though, like, them losing soon.
Okay.
Oh, man.
No, actually, sorry, there's 10 games, I guess, in the season, because we've played 4, right?
Yeah.
So there's 10. There's 10. Okay, so we may have a little more of a chance. Maybe the Valiant, possible loss. I won't say it is a loss.
Rings
possible
out.
Loss. Possible loss. Can be, if that does happen, then we can still bounce back. But our schedule's looking rough. We've got Atlanta, Vancouver, Philly, and then Seoul. Oh,
Well, Philly as a team have weaknesses.
They do.
Seoul definitely have weaknesses. Who else are you playing?
Vancouver. The
Vancouver.
Titans. They've been looking pretty good, though.
That's Runaway. You don't fuck with Runaway.
They're looking, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So our schedule's looking pretty tough for this first stage.
Which, by the way, how much you want to bet that the Runaway players are like, fucking, what is it, Hangzhou? We want our colors back.
Yeah, they stole them from us. What is this?
They really did, though.
Yeah, they did. They were like, we're going to take this. and not take the actual team.
It was smart.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great color scheme.
I like the colors. I like the logo and everything. It's just,
Florida, I know Florida wanted it.
I was going to say, it sucks for Florida because that's all they wanted. Like, please give us like a Miami Vice kind of theme. We're like, no, we got an expansion team who's paying $30 million for those colors. So, yeah.
Which, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You want to give priority to your new teams and not the old guard,
right?
Because the old guard's already an established brand. But then, like, if you look at like all the exclusive Mayhem merch,
yeah,
it's all those colors.
Yeah, exactly. So like, they're still gonna do what we're gonna do anyway. Yeah. So, yes, Cool Cripple said team colors are too important. No, you got it wrong, Extra Cripple. Team colors are everything. Not too important. My black and green, I love it.
Blue and blue and blue. We burn blue. What's up?
I love the black and green. If Houston had some crappy colors, I would think about it.
I do want to say, though, I think that it's very disappointing. Like, while the Outlaws colors are baller AF, that they did not follow any other Houston team.
True. Because I don't know why every other Houston team has red in it. At some point, the Rockets are red. The Texans have red accent, but they're more blue. They're blue, white, and red kind of thing. And yeah, we just went, let's go black and green.
Well, like,
but we mentioned, go ahead.
Are Optic owned? I'm sorry, not Optic, but like, are the Outlaws? Do they have an investment from the same owners who own the Houston Texans?
I don't think so. No, it's actually interesting. So right now, Optic, or I guess the person Infinite Esports, I think it's called. They were actually Texas based. Like their biggest donator was a Texas Esports, some kind of conglomerate.
Okay. Who
actually just backed out of it. So that's a whole other thing. Like we're having at the top of like the Infinite Esports, who owns Optic and everything else. They're a huge investor just left them, and they're looking for a new kind of person there.
Yikes.
Yeah, so we've got some struggles at the top, which is also why we didn't sign any new players and stuff. You know, finances are in the air right now.
I mean, hey, you got that mid-season signing period, though.
True.
I feel like the Outlaws are going to have to sign someone. Yeah. So you have Houston, London. I think that's it.
London looks bad in this meta, but they didn't win. They won, I guess, the past weekend, but they don't look. They don't look good. They don't look good in this meta now,
which is fascinating. I mean, that's esports, man. You have previous champions cannot be that great.
Yeah.
But no, I want to talk about Houston though. Like, so the core of the Outlaws roster looks pretty good right now.
Yep.
They just can't seem to win a map 5. And only
Tell me about it. Really? We can't? No way.
If you have the option to force a trade from one team to the Outlaws, who would you trade, and who would you pick?
Oh, jeez. If I want to trade, man.
This isn't you saying I don't like this player. This is you saying I feel like there is somebody else in the league who could perform better at that role.
Oh man.
I'm gonna give you a low ball. Like, I love Raucus, but I feel like he might be one of the weaker healers on the team.
But Raucus's Ana is pretty well. It had links on Ana at one point actually during these. If I'm thinking about it, can I trade Raucus for what's his name?
Izayaki.
I'll trade Raucus for Izayaki all day because that dude could pop off.
I remember I was watching that Valiant game. I'm like, Izayaki, bro!
Was it on Horizon where he like low-key got point A like by himself? He killed 4 straight people in overtime. It was 3-3. Or sorry, it was 2-2.
That was such a good pickup by the Valiant.
Man,
oh my god,
dude! Like he popped off. I was watching. I do have the All Access Pass. I recommend it. And I was watching his screen.
You missed my stream last week.
Yeah. I was watching it, and like 4 of his team members died. And he's sitting on point A, he's just like throwing out left clicks and getting headshots. It's like 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kill, and he just popped off. It was insane. So yeah, if I want to trade you, I'll take a better Zen that can do that. Raucus is good.
No, and that's
he's
the thing,
good,
like,
but there are better players.
I don't want to say that Raucus is bad. He's actually one of my favorite players on the Outlaws, right behind Muma.
Yep. Okay.
But when you take a look at stats, when you look at who dies first, when you look at the positioning, who like performs the best,
right?
But it also could just be a fact of the matter of like you have so many players and so many teams who are trying to play this GOATS meta that don't play that meta. I mean, like, so we're calling it GOATS. If you watch the broadcast, it's called 3-3 on the broadcast. They refuse to call it GOATS, and there's a reason for it, and I forgot why, but there's a reason why they don't want to call it GOATS.
Wait. I don't know the exact reason. They actually explained it on one of the streams. They explained that it's people call it GOATS in chat because there was a former team who was named GOATS.
Yeah, that's how it got started.
Yeah, but they didn't say, like, why they don't say it on the stream, which is interesting. But the first time they acknowledged it, the first time I ever heard them acknowledge it on the actual Overwatch League stream, they did it one time, and that was it this past weekend. So, I don't know. They should just call it GOATS like everyone else. Calling it 3-3 is just like... I
will say 3-3 because you have to take into account that we are the quote unquote experts. We're the ones who've been playing Overwatch.
Plat, by the way.
Hey, I have one account in silver. Yes, I dropped. One account in plat. Okay. So it just depends what flavor I want for that day.
This is how try hard you want to be right now. Because you're like, damn it, I'm in this high SR is plat for us.
I have an account in plat. I'm proud of that. Okay?
That's
it's
fair.
my Somber account, too.
Ah, okay. Look, I'm a Summer main, by the way.
No, what's funny is like, I have over 150 hours on Diva on my main account, but on my ult account, I have like 30 plus on Somber, and I'm just like, I'm just going to keep playing this.
It'll catch up eventually.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about how many hours I have on this, my girl right here. It's over.
That's such a good looking statue, though.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thanks for bringing it on, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember mentioning it last time. I was like, I remember this time before I leave. Let me grab it.
Nice.
So I have over like 230 hours. Anyway,
so let's see. We have a few more minutes in this topic.
Okay.
Let's talk about the game that you guys have coming up this week. You're playing the Florida Mayhem, the new and improved Florida Mayhem, a.k.a. Tvik and the
Koreans. Yeah, cool. Let's be real. The Tvik and the Koreans, yes.
They showed a pretty weak showing their first week, but week 2 they looked pretty good. They did win a game last week. Do you fear the new Florida Mayhem?
I do fear them more than I did the old ones. This one seems a lot more coordinated, and it seems like they're getting these things right well to work together. They're not quite there yet. I don't think there's still definitely some weaknesses. Yeah. Maybe even a language barrier kind of thing going on between them because some of their stuff doesn't look quite, tightly screwed together. But I think they're definitely a threat. I think there's too much talent on that team for them not to be a threat, especially with the revamp that they did.
I haven't watched a Florida game because they're one of my teams off my radar. I will admit that. Do you know if they have a decent GOATS?
That's kind of the thing, right? So they're more niche kind of team. Like a lot of the players that they have are better suited for certain type of DPS heroes. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't think that any team that's really a GOATS team is have to play it.
Paris.
Except for Paris. Yeah, Paris maybe. Like Paris is like, oh, this GOATS is the meta. We're building our team to get GOATS. And they just are ridiculously strong with it right now. But I mean, players like Saya Player and Swan, McGravy. I
forgot they brought on McGravy. They got McGravy. Oh my god!
Yeah.
We were supposed to get McGravy. What the hell?
He went to Florida. He's like, I'm going to the Mayhem.
At least he got on it though. He earned it.
He did. He
played
hard
for that spot.
He's played well. So I think that I think definitely a threat. I think our GOATS is better than theirs, which is why I think we'll win it.
Yeah.
If it was actually a different style battle of DPS main heroes, I think it'd be more interesting. I think it'd be a lot closer. But if it's GOATS v GOATS, I think we win.
Okay. Well, then here's a hypothetical. Because I don't know Florida as one of the teams that play GOATS super well. What if we actually got some Overwatch?
Wait, you mean other heroes? That aren't tanks?
We have not just one DPS, not just one, but 2.
You can do that? That's possible? What do you mean you can have... Wait. Time out. Okay, stop pulling my damn leg, all right? There's no way you could have 2 DPS in a game.
It's possible for you to have a Pharah and a Reaper.
No, that's not. You can't do that. If they dude, when you pick one DPS, it grays out all of the damage heroes. That's what it does. Like, what game are you freaking playing, dude? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that, like, with the Florida Outlaws game, we might actually get to see some, like, traditional Overwatch. Like, okay, sure, 3-3 is still traditional Overwatch, but I'm talking about where we actually have 2 damage characters, 2 healers, and 2 tanks.
Yeah, that's, I guess, maybe how the game was designed, kind of to be played. You want even, because I mean, what it tells you is a recommendation. You're missing one tank, or need a tank, or need a DPS kind of thing. So the game kind of helps you be like, hey, you have, need a DPS hero, need a second killer or something like that. So hopefully we do. Hopefully we get to see something that's like, yes, oh my gosh, it's not just 2 Reinhardts just holding shields in front of each other. There's a brig swinging at both of them.
So you think that the Outlaws are going to outplay the Florida Mayhem next week?
I think 3-1.
3-1?
I think 3-1.
Okay. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, we're holding a contest throughout the entirety of Stage 1 of the Overwatch League. You can win these Legos. Check the link in the description below. Check over here to subscribe to us. And of course, check our latest video right over here. And as always, let's make Texas proud.